Next, we've got Team Keys, Keys to Canaan. Deborah Nix lives, works, and worships in Ward 7. She's the founder, executive director of Keys to Canaan, a nonprofit which focuses on the health of families. She's an associate member of First Rock Baptist Church. And please welcome Team Keys to Canaan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. They told me I got to cut this short. So anyway, I talk fast anyway, so I'm going to talk real fast now, okay? So again, my name is Deborah Nix. I'm the founder and executive director of the Keys to Canaan. Our mission is to enlighten parents to nurture healthy families. And this evening, I want to tell you a little bit about your pathway to health. The next slide is going to tell you a lot about me, but I'm just going to skip over that. As you will see all those things that go up there. I'm part of it, been part of it, have done it, been there, and this is where I am today. And because of the Ward Infinity program and because of my background and all the things that I've done in the past, this has really been a journey that God has put me on. It was to leave my job, Frank, probably about 14 years ago, had a good paying job with the AFL-CIO, and I was led to leave. It was a calling, and it still is a calling, but to leave and to pursue the Keys to Canaan. And it has been an awesome journey, but it has been a very tough journey as well. I don't encourage anyone to really leave their job to start their own nonprofit organization unless you got a lot of faith and you're going to spend a lot of time on your knees praying to God, how did I get here and what am I doing? Okay, so anyway, but this has brought me here. And now what happened is, as an associate minister at First Right Baptist Church, which is in Benning Terrace, I was already providing my church members and members of the Benning Terrace community with a health tip. It was a monthly health tip. And I want to thank Sullivan Robinson and also Paulette Sheffield for being here this evening. They're from the Leadership Council for Healthy Communities. And it's because Paulette sends us information once a month about news you can use. I am a certified health that's another organization, sorry. I'm a health coordinator with the Leadership Council for Healthy Communities. So I receive their information on a regular basis. So when we started this journey, it was like, how could we take something that we're already working on and take it to the next level? Next slide. And so what we did was we started trying to figure out and start really looking at our community. And this is what I see in Ward 7 sometimes almost every day. You see people with a number of health challenges, and you really wonder what is wrong, what can we do to help them? And there's a particular corner right down the street this way that I really wonder, it's like, what are the people doing? They're hanging out in front of the liquor store. They have jobs, or is this, somebody said, Deborah, that is their job. So, but how can we help them be healthier? Instead of going in the liquor store every time the bottle gets empty, I can't imagine what their diabetes and their other health ailments must look like. And I'm gonna just be really real here because I'm totally off script, but I lived with a father who was an alcoholic. So I know what it's like to go try and find your father in the park. I know what it's trying to find him if he's up at the liquor store, if he's hanging with his buddies. And I know what it's like when he comes home and he's had too much to drink. And it is not pretty, okay? So how can I help make somebody else's life a little bit different? I got an opportunity to meet Miss Smith. Beautiful nails, beautiful woman. And I said, all I need is a picture of the back of your wheelchair. That's all I need. She said, oh no, baby, you take my whole picture. So I did. And I gave her my card. And she says, I'm gonna call you because I have a lot of health issues. I need some help. And then I met Mr. Hart. This is Mr. John Hart. Under the tree in the park. And I swear this man must have had a pickled pigfoot, maybe, in his hand. It was cold outside that day, but he had the pickled pigfoot. He was coughing, and you could tell that he was cold. And it was obvious to me that he had probably already been drinking, and it was kind of early in the day. I said, Mr. Hart, why are you even out here? He said, baby, I'm okay. I said, I don't think you are okay. I said, I think we need to try and help you a little bit. So he told me I could take his picture. Now, other people were with him, but they said, no, you can't take my front, you can't take my back, and they just left. But Mr. Hart said, you can take my picture, and I do hope that you come back to give me some information. Next slide. So in the process of pulling our project together, we interviewed a lot of people in Ward 7. We interviewed DC government people, we interviewed church leaders and so forth to try and find out what is the gap that we witness in our community? Why does it appear that some people are using the health services, and why does it appear that some people are not? Next slide. So then we came up with our big idea, our what if, our how might we. And that's all part of the Sibley design thinking process. Next slide. I know this isn't like we practice, so it's okay. So what we ended up coming up with, and she'll show it to you in a few minutes, is we came up with, and you can call it a flyer, you can call it whatever you want, but it's called Your Pathway to Health. And what it is a document, and I actually have it right here, and I have more copies in the back. But on the front, what you have is your monthly health observance. And I try to choose those observances very carefully because I know it has to be information that people in our community can relate to. And then on the back, we have a list of your community health resources. This provides you with the holistic approach of places you can go to, most of them for free, to help improve your health. And also in participating in a very intense weekend, and Diane and Hortense were there. We participated in a design thinking weekend thanks to Sibley. And in talking and networking with people there, what we started talking about was the fact that nobody really talks to you about your dental health. So Deborah, are you going to include anything in your document about dental health? Does your dentist tell you that because you might get a cavity or you might get an infection, but are they telling you that if you don't get your teeth clean and get your teeth checked, that could lead to diabetes, it could lead to strokes, it could lead to heart disease, it can lead to Alzheimer's? And that touched me greatly because I have my sister Diane is here with me, and several members of my family, my daughter, my cousin, my husband. But we deal with my mother who is 96, and Ma doesn't have any other health issues. She is blessed, but she has dementia, and it has changed her life and our life a lot. So I want to be able to touch on that in this document. So moving forward and almost at the end, primarily, bottom line is that we've come up with Your Pathway to Health. We've tested it several times. We've talked to about 150 people. We've done place and observe testing. We've placed it in liquor stores and in carryouts because that's where I think it might be mostly needed. One liquor store owner told Alvin Kelly, who's helping me with this project, he said, man, don't leave these here. You know nobody's going to pick these up. Well, Alvin went back 2 days later. There were 2 copies left. Tina Henderson is here. She's one of my wonderful community partners at the Southeast White House DC Dream Center. Tina said that she printed out 30 copies of Your Pathway to Health. 30 copies at the end of the day were gone. I sent copies to a child development center. I asked them, just place it on the counter so the parents can pick it up as they leave. And Michelle is here today with me, also a supporter, and one of my board members, and the chair of our board is here as well, Charles Brown. But Michelle said that what she did is she made the copies and she put it in the kids' book bags. 71 copies went home. So we have been testing this, and people are saying, yes, we need this. Yes, we want it. It's colorful. It's on point. One of the things they suggested early on in the prototype was to not have as much copy, increase your font size, and please make it so that everyone can read it. And so I did that. Also, one of the suggestions that I got from a group of moms at Mom's Night Out, 2 moms pulled me to the side and said, Deborah, this is great, but can you please include domestic violence? That made me pause, and it also gave me chills. So that's at the very top here because we don't know what people are dealing with sometimes. So that's where we are with Your Pathway to Health. And what I want to do is to help build our street team, to put this in the liquor stores, to put it in the shopping centers, to put it in the carryouts, to put it in the hands of people like John Hart and connect with those people and maybe even work with them to see, have you been to the doctor? If you haven't, then let us help you make a doctor's appointment. Let us help you get there. Let us help take you there. So this is a conversation starter. It is a connector, and it can be a community outreach and engagement piece that can change people's lives. So what I ask you all to do, and I hope we can do this part, Lauren. No? Okay, I'll just wing it. Okay, like I've been doing. But what I'm hoping that we can do is actually take Your Pathway to Health to the streets. And what I had was Michael McDonald and the Doobie Brothers, some of my favorite people. We were going to play Taking It to the Streets. But I'm going to have it on my phone when you come to the back for the dessert bar because we need help to take this to the streets. Thank you.